This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 3237, 8 Ways to Let Go of Perfectionism by Rebecca Crespo of minimalismmadesimple.com. And I'm Justin Malik, your very own personal narrator today and every day. And we get right to today's post as we optimize your life. 8 Ways to Let Go of Perfectionism by Rebecca Crespo of minimalismmadesimple.com. Do you have a fear of making mistakes? Do you constantly worry about what others think of your work? Letting go of perfectionism is the first step to freedom. In this blog post, we will explore 6 ways that you can stop being so hard on yourself and start living a more fulfilling life. What is perfectionism? Perfectionism is frequently a mask for insecurity. It's also the number one destroyer of self-esteem. Perfectionism is caused by an underlying feeling that you must be perfect in order to deserve love and acceptance from yourself. It demonstrates that someone's self-worth is based on accomplishments and that their self-concept is defined by their accomplishments. This attitude causes significant swings in mood and confidence, as well as intense pressure to always get it right. Letting go of perfectionism means learning to love yourself just as you are. 8 ways to let go of perfectionism. Number 1, stop comparing yourself. You're not in competition with anyone else but yourself. Letting go of perfectionism begins when you stop comparing your insides, your thoughts, feelings, and actions with others' outsides, like how they look. You may feel like you don't measure up to those around you, but the truth is that every person has something to offer. It means embracing your unique gifts and sharing them with the world. Number 2, let go of the need for approval. You don't need everyone to like you. Letting go of perfectionism means learning that it's okay if some people disapprove. Whether your fear comes from a past experience or an imaginary future one, it is preventing you from enjoying yourself and taking healthy risks in life. Letting go of the need for approval means making choices based on what's good for you instead of worrying about how others will perceive your actions. Number 3, allow yourself to make mistakes. Perfectionism is a self-destructive habit. Letting go means giving yourself permission to make mistakes now and then without being overly hard on yourself or punishing others for your shortcomings. This allows you to take part in life with all its ups and downs instead of avoiding it. It means being able to say, I made a mistake, and then moving on instead of agonizing over every detail. Number 4, let go of the need for control. Sometimes things happen that you have no power over. Letting go means being able to recognize when your attempts at controlling a situation are actually preventing it from unfolding naturally and then letting them go. It doesn't mean giving up or not caring about what happens. Instead, it is taking a step back from your emotions enough to acknowledge what is and respond from a place of reason instead of panic. It means taking responsibility for whatever part you play in the problem, which can be challenging when perfectionism has ruled your life. Number 5, don't attach yourself to outcomes. You can't control everything that happens. Letting go means recognizing this and not beating yourself up when you don't get what you want every time. It doesn't mean depriving your life of meaning. It just requires a more flexible approach than trying to accomplish one particular goal. Letting go of attachment to outcomes means learning how to take pleasure in the process of life itself, instead of only seeing it as a series of steps you must go through towards some final destination. It is about recognizing that every moment has value and purpose, even if it doesn't lead exactly where you expected. Number 6, have compassion for yourself. Perfectionism can be a lonely way to live. Letting go means recognizing that you are worthy just as you are, including all your flaws and mistakes. It doesn't mean being satisfied with mediocrity. It is understanding what brings true happiness in life and letting yourself have it without guilt or shame. It means treating yourself with the same compassion and respect you would give to a dear friend instead of putting your own happiness on hold until conditions improve. Letting go is about recognizing that life isn't perfect and never will be, but it's still worth living fully every day. Number 7, don't let perfectionism destroy your creativity. If everything you create must be perfect before it can be shared, then creativity will become extinct. It means being able to be creative for its own sake and not as a way to make people like you. It is about making art, not just talking about it. Letting go of perfectionism doesn't mean giving up. Instead, it's the first step towards allowing your creativity to blossom in all its unique glory. And number 8, set realistic expectations for yourself. Life is challenging enough without adding impossible standards to the mix. Letting go of perfectionism means letting reality set your expectations instead of self-imposed rules about what you should be able to accomplish in a given amount of time or by a certain age. It allows you to see yourself as just another human being with gifts and flaws that are unique to you. It means accepting that even if everything is not okay, it's still okay for things to be the way they are. And sometimes just knowing this can make all the difference in your world. Final notes. You must let go of your perfectionism. You must have unconditional love and acceptance for yourself, realizing that you are separate from your actions and accomplishments. The more ready you are to accept yourself when you make mistakes, the higher your self-esteem will rise. You are not alone. Letting go of perfectionism is a process that takes time and patience, but it is certainly achievable if you believe in yourself. It is about being able to trust yourself and value what you create, even if it isn't perfect. Letting go is an act of courage that will bring more joy into your life than any goal you could ever accomplish. You just listened to the post titled 8 Ways to Let Go of Perfectionism by Rebecca Crespo of minimalismmadesimple.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. It goes without saying that a lot of people don't know where to start when it comes to investing. Many think you need a lot of money to invest, and some put off investing because it doesn't seem urgent. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for your future. You don't need a lot of money or expertise to invest with Acorns. In fact, you can get started with just your spare change. Acorns recommends an expert-built portfolio that fits you and your money goals, then automatically invests your money for you. And I love Acorns because I feel that this type of automation is exactly the boost needed for the many people who like the idea of investing, but haven't felt ready to begin for whatever reason. I've been there, and I know how relieving it can be to finally get over the hump, wishing I'd started sooner. So head to acorns.com/old or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/OLD. Thank you to Rebecca. Perfectionism is something the co-founder of this podcast, Lee, is always encouraging me to let go of because I put a lot of effort into editing all of our podcasts, which is now producing over 500 episodes a month. And listening to all of that and nitpicking about the slightest things is incredibly time consuming. Quality is important, but the stuff I do is not really noticeable often. And then I can't focus on bigger picture things with these podcasts and outside of the podcast. So something I'm working on personally. And for me, the further along we went in this list of 8 things to let go of, it felt like the more I related, because personally, I don't compare myself too much with others or need a ton of approval, probably a normal amount, but I do want that control in my work, and I can attach myself to outcomes and set unrealistic expectations in how much I can actually do. I think over 500 episodes a month was one of those unrealistic expectations, and it may be different for you. Maybe the first ones were more applicable in your life. As I often say, recognizing this is always the first step. So hopefully, if you're anything like me, this post will help you notice something about yourself. So then you can move to the next step of taking a small step in the right direction to let go of it. So take notice, take a small step this week. And thank you for being here and listening every day. It really means a lot. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.